Indiana. Fast Ones blaze and vanish. Other Fast Ones racers sold separate. Sleek racing cars with one-of-a-kind Fast Ones license plates. All 50 states, and every plate is different. Plus, every Fast Ones racer has a cutout certificate of ownership. You can race them, you can collect them. You're the Fast Ones. Fast Ones blaze and vanish. Other Fast Ones racers sold separate.
Alright, today I want to take a look at a lesser-known line of die-cast cars produced by Kenner called Fast Ones. Now, the Fast Ones line made by Kenner was Kenner's response to the Matchbox and Hot Wheels die-cast car craze of the late 1970s and early 1980s. Now, the gimmick behind the Fast Ones car line was that each car had its own unique license plate, and you could collect all 50 different license plates from 50 different states. It even had a certificate of ownership on the back, so you could fill out that the car really belonged to you. You could collect all 50 of them, or you could race them with your friends. They came in race packs where you could buy them from the Mid-East, West, or Southern states, or you could buy them individually. There were different packs too, as you had the Dyno Loop set, which you could race your car through a loop-de-loop, or the Burnout track, which you could try to outmaneuver the other car and get to the finish line first. There was even a board game, oddly enough, made for the Fast Ones line, which was basically the same thing as the cars themselves. The license plates had different numbers, which meant how many different spaces you could move, and all the little pieces represented racers. If you collected enough of UPCs off of the Fast One packages, you could even send away for a belt buckle, believe it or not, but then again, that's just the 80s. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the different models of Fast Ones that I have here. The first one I have here is the bright orange Turbo Tram. And I really like the paint job on this. You can see the driver inside of his futuristic race car, and the nice blue and white lightning bolt paint job on the front, and the number 82 on the back of the fin. And the coloring and the design on this is really, really cool. Kind of looks like a futuristic little race car. And you can see on the stamp here that it says 1980, made by Kenner. And the paint job looks really nice. And here is the license plate on the back, where you can see Florida. So this was the whole gimmick behind them. You wanted to collect as many different license plates as you could to add to your collection for different states and things like that. And another good thing about these cars are the wheels. The bearings in the wheels are really, really good compared to like Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels. They're actually really fast little cars, and I think they use a different type of bearing than the other cars did. So this is the exact same car. This is another Turbo Tram vehicle, except this is in silver and chrome with a blue and red paint job, and you can again see the little racer inside of the car. A really nice shine to it. I love how the light hits the metal on these. Just looks great even 30 years later. And that has a Minnesota license plate on the back, and they're just really neat. Have that little license plate. It's kind of a silly little gimmick, but it's fun. Now this one here is my absolute favorite because I had one of these as a kid, and this is called the Evil Eye. And how do you not love this guy? It's a short little like tractor trailer with the red, orange, and yellow paint job, and you have the hookup for him to like hook up to his cargo, and he has the Massachusetts license plate here, but you see the big spoiler on the back, and he has the 4 wheels in the back and the 2 in the front. And I can tell you, I played with this as a kid, and this little thing is fast. You have the little exhaust pipes on the side and the grill on the front, and this is just a mean looking truck. So that's without a doubt my favorite truck, and you know, the paint job and everything is just so cool. Here we have the Saturn Seeker, and this is another really out there design. Really looks like something you would see on the moon or something, like with those extra wheels and the design. You have the chrome seats and the red and yellow fire sunspot paint job with the exhaust stacks in the back. Unfortunately, this license plate didn't survive on this one, and the paint job's a little rough, but it still looks really neat, and the design is just really cool. It's like an El Camino or a van, like all mashed into one with exhaust pipes. And these last 2 in the series, these are called Cyclone 3 cars, and this one is in a red and hot pink design. And again, I just love how the light catches it, and you get that beautiful chrome reflective glare off of the surface of the car. And this really looks like something you'd see in Tron or something. Like, you have the numbers like 2317 or 2817, I can't quite see. But it just looks so cool, looks very futuristic, and that's what I think is really neat about these cars. Just they look like they're from the future, like, you know, or at least back then, what you'd imagine, like, you know, the year 2050 or something would look like. So they look really cool. And here's another Cyclone 3. You can see, I think it says 08217 on the side. And this is with the blue and teal and aqua design. And again, just really cool, really eye-catching. And I think that's why these are one of my favorite lines of die-cast cars. 'Cause I'm not really too into die-cast cars, but they're just so different from Hot Wheels or Matchbox. They're so far out there, and I can't quite make out what that little license plate says. I think that might say Minneapolis, I'm not sure, or Minnesota. Alright guys, well there you have it. There's the Fast Ones cars that I have in my collection. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at them today, and I'll see you back here next week. Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you do the Facebook or Twitter thing, follow me at #KingerRetro. See you next time.